How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how Bicep make emotional pads. They're a duo out of Ireland and they tour the world with their synths and they attract huge crowds wherever they play. Here's a snippet of them at Glastonbury. They use one simple trick to make their pads more emotional. I'm going to show you that in this video. The track we're going to be going over today is Apricots, and this is what we have made by the end of the video. If you like this pad, it's actually a preset for my UK Garage Volume 4 pack. In the preset for my pack, I've actually spent more time dialing in the sound, so it's going to sound a bit more polished. If you want to download the pack, the link for that is in the description. There's over 60 Serum presets for making sick UK Garage like Bicep, Over Mono, and Ross from Friends. Get it now while it's still on sale. Let's firstly start by looking at the chords. The reason for this is there's nothing special about these chords. If you look, we're in the key of D minor, and all they're doing is doing thirds and fifths. So for example, a third up from here would be F sharp, and if we have a look, if you're doing enough, F sharp, but it's pitched up. D sharp, pitched up another octave, and then this is just a fifth, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are very simple chords. As you can see, they're the same sort of chords you can make yourself very easily. Feel free to pause the video here and copy these chords, but as I said, this video is not about the chords because there's nothing special about the chords. Let's now move on to the sound design itself, and this is where the magic happens. So if we have a look at their video of them in the studio, as you can see, they're using a Juno. So we're going to need to find a Juno wavetable. So if you go to oscillator A, analog, Juno, we have this wavetable, so we can select it as a saw. So you just want to come to the second wavetable position, because the first is a square, the second is their saw. As you can see, it's slightly different to what the sort of basic shapes Serum one would look like. So that would look like this, which as you can see, firstly, it's reversed, and secondly, it's got this little tail here, so this adds its own sort of characteristic which is known for in the Juno. Now we've got the right wavetable selected, we can move on to the envelope filter. Great, so if you go to envelope 1, what you're going to want is a slight attack. So what you can hear, so the envelope 1 is the amplitude, so this is the volume. So you want to put that at about 52, so then it comes in a bit more slowly. I'm also going to connect it to the filter. So if we drag that down and select an NG low 24, and we grab this arrow, put it onto the cutoff. And now we need to sculpt it. So we want a much shorter decay. Also bring up the release a little bit so it's curved as such. Already you can hear that sound sort of coming together. Let's just adjust the filter a little bit. Great, and now we've got envelope 1 sorted, we can move on to what makes it special. So what we're going to be doing is controlling the sustain with this macro. So you want to grab this and drag it onto the sustain, and as we drag this up, what it's doing is increasing the sustain, so it looks something like this. And what we also want to do is drag onto the release. So it's making the note longer. So if I was to show you that visually, this is going up and this is going out. But again, this is not enough on its own. We also need the filter to come into it. So we drag that on there. You don't want to overdo it, but make sure it's definitely got some. Bring it down a little bit. And you can adjust these settings, increase the release, maybe less sustain. maybe more filter. In the preset for my pack, I've actually spent more time dialing in the sound, so it's going to sound a bit more polished, but you can really grasp the idea of how changing the sustain and the release affects the sound itself. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you next time.